title, because I remember for my book, my publisher and I have difficulty to choose a right title. So why do you choose the boxing the camp?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Nice question. The man I mentioned, Kildare Dobbs, who went with me to see Sheldon Zidner, he was an old sailor, and he introduced me to the term boxing the compass. It's one of the basic skills a sailor has to have. You have to be able to tie knots, you have to be able to steer, and you have to be able to box the compass, which means to recite all those little points, not just northwest, but the 32 little ones, you know, like north by northeast and that kind of thing. And it's a sign of finding your way and of being able.
Okay, good, good. Yeah, that's for me. I also think title is very, very important, and this title is very unique.
Oh,
yeah. My next question, you know, I translated your poem, right? Window from this, and here is the translation.
Oh,
it's
that's
published.
So sweet.
Yeah. So I gave to you tonight.
Oh, thank you.
But I have one question. How do you feel if other people translate your poems? How do you feel?
Oh, I think it's lovely.
I
love attention, any kind of attention.
Okay,
That's very
so
sweet.
suppose I translate it very well, okay? So I have no, okay.
Knowing your poems, you did translate it very well.
Okay, so we have other questions, okay. I have another question is, what's the meaning of writing for you?
What's the meaning of writing for me? I do all kinds of different types of write biographies, stuff like that. But I think the most important bit is to write poetry, and it's a way of changing one experience into something else. It's almost everything is translation, even into the language you speak, and so that you make a new thing out of your life.
Yeah. So it's more like a freedom and the connection, right? And open the door also.
Sure, yes,
okay.
absolutely.
Okay, that's good. And who are your real life heroes?
I have a couple. I was thinking actually, if I were to, there was an English poet named Peter Levy, who was a great friend of mine, and he's passed on now, he's much older. And he was a great hero of mine. And I had a school teacher in grade 9 who was very firm, very fierce, but he insisted that we write.
Okay, good. If the whole world would like to listening, so what would you say?
I find that such a hard question, in the sense that every time you sit down and you write a poem, you just sort of vainly assume that the whole world is listening.
That's true.
So,
true for me.
So I would say that I would probably subject the whole world to a really long, dreary poetry reading.
So read more poems, okay? Okay, then the last question. Do you have any advice for the new writers? I believe some audience come here, they love writing, so do you have some advice for them?
Yeah, I think a lot of patience and also a willingness to be advised. That the first time you write something and it's got something good in it, the something good lights you up. But then you have to sort of stand back and say, yeah, there's more there though. I have to come back to this. Just because there was one good line in a poem of 10 lines, we got to go back to the other 9. And to be patient that way. And if someone points out that the 9 lines are wrong, it's not because they hate all 10 lines, or indeed that they hate you. No, it's all the process. Yeah.
So now I know why you said this line is good. So other lines is not good, right?
Your poems are terrific. Beautiful poems.
Okay, thank you very much. So.